Hey guys, it's Shar. Today I wanted to take you through this diagram on how to properly set goals for 2025. Before I get into this diagram, I just wanted to create this video because I know a lot of us for the new year have set our goals and intentions for 2025, and I want to make sure we all are setting our goals with a way to reach them, how to create action steps on how to get from point A to B, which is your goal that you set. And then also along your journey, if you do need to pivot or tweak your goal in any way, shape, or form. But I just wanted to say I am so grateful for everybody who is tuning in. This year is going to be great. You guys got this. You guys have all these amazing goals that I know you're going to hit. You just need an action plan to get from where you are today to hitting those targets. And hopefully this diagram helps with that. I'm going like full teacher mode today. Let's go through this diagram on how to properly set goals for 2025. The first thing within setting a goal is to set your goal. What is it that you want to achieve? And you want to be very specific with this goal, whether it be something numerical, having like a numeral target that you want to hit, or this can also be something like a habit. Whatever the case may be very specific with your goal. And when you write these goals down, make sure you describe them exactly to the T, exactly how you want it, like you're manifesting in some way. Number one, set your goal. And then whatever that goal is, you need to create a plan. A goal cannot be fulfilled without creating a plan and actionable steps on how we're going to achieve those goals. It's a messy process. If you're able to do that, good for you, and do whatever works for you. But for me, I need to create a plan. I need to visualize how I'm going to get there, and I need to break it down into actionable steps. So set your goal. Then you need to create a plan. Then after you create some kind of plan, like at this time every day, I'm going to X, Y, and Z. Make sure it's very, very specific. That's your goal. Your plan is this time at this place, and it's going to help you to reach your goal of X, Y, and Z, whatever it is. So set a goal, create a plan, something that you want to break down as daily plan, weekly plan, monthly, and quarterly plans if your goal is very, very big. After you create tasks or actionable steps to do within those different timeframes, we want to evaluate whether that plan is sustainable for you. And if it's not, you need to end up revising the plan and making those steps into something that you know you can stay consistent with. Because if you're not consistent and you go into this goal with just, intensity 100% of the time, it's not going to work because you're going to burn out, especially if it's a large goal, or you're just going to give up on your goal completely. You want to revise the plan or revise your goal. But the whole point is, if your goals are big, we shouldn't revise what those goals or targets are. It's better to fall short on your target than to lower your expectations for yourself. I feel like it's better to fall short on a bigger goal than to take a step back on that specific goal that you want to something that's more obtainable for you. It's predictable, and at that point it's not really a goal. You want to revise your plan. I would say plan. If anything, you can also revise your goal. That's up to you. But revise your plan to make it something that is sustainable and that you can do every single day, week, month, and quarter. If you create a plan for yourself that is sustainable, that you think is sustainable, with knowing yourself and your habits, yes, this plan is sustainable. Start with small steps. So for me, one of my goals is to hit 100K followers, whatever. My small steps is just to post daily. My weekly steps is to engage with my followers, engage by DMing people, and looking at my weekly analytics. That's my weekly steps. My monthly steps is content creation, content planning, content calendar, and then actually looking at my 30-day progress or my 30-day KPIs. So how many people have followed me in the last 30 days? How many likes I've gotten in the last 30 days or engagement? What videos did very well that I need to replicate and double down, because that's what works with my audience. That is what I do on a monthly basis. On a quarterly basis, I can do the same, monthly steps and look at the bigger picture. Okay, this time within the quarter, this period is when I got the most followers. What was going on during that time? And then quarterly, I can also look at my KPIs and chunk them from monthly and weekly KPIs to quarterly KPIs. Those are just my small steps, which are daily steps, just posting every day, simple, turned into much bigger steps as the periods or the times get bigger. So how you want to track that progress is up to you. I love having like tables and graphs to look at my KPIs if they're numeral goals that I want to hit, or if they're like just daily habits. I like to have like a habit tracker. You need to make sure there's a way for you to visually track your progress, because it's going to make it so much more easy to see what you've been doing, where you've been falling short, and how you can tweak, if you need to, how you can tweak your approach. So track your progress and then be real with yourself. If you're not actually doing what you said you're going to do on a daily, weekly, monthly, or quarterly basis, don't cheat yourself. Don't fill in that box even if you know you didn't do it. You want to track your progress and you want to be honest with yourself, because that's going to be the only way that you'll really hit your goals, especially if they're big goals. Find a way to track your progress so that you can visually see where you're at. Maintain that consistency. If you're not facing any challenges, obviously something is working well. If you are facing challenges, say if you're facing challenges with posting every day, that's a challenge that I face. If you are facing challenges, you need to adjust your approach. So if I'm having trouble posting every day, what I'm going to do is look at my plan and whether it's sustainable. If I'm not able to, actually get on my phone every single day, and I know that, I'm going to schedule out my content on a weekly basis so that I don't have to think about it every single day. And that's one way that I can adjust my approach. You have to figure out what exactly is your challenge, what is your problem, and solve it. This is going to be different for every single goal, but what I like to do, if you have a problem, you are blessed with AI, ChatGPT, Google. You're also blessed with a bunch of other people on the internet that can probably help you. Secret, I love Reddit. Reddit is like my guilty pleasure. So figure out what your problem is, why you're not able to stick to your plan, and then adjust your approach. After being able to adjust your approach, solve your issue, and tweak or pivot, you want to maintain consistency. Let me tell you something about consistency. Consistency is more important in every way, shape, or form than intensity. A lot of people want to start the new year off super strong, right? You're pumped, it's the new year, it's a fresh start. You have all these ideas, you have a lot of motivation at the beginning of the year. Once week 2 comes in, week 3, week 4, the second month, the third month, and as the year goes by, you lose that motivation because it's not as fresh anymore. It's not the beginning of January anymore. It can't always be the beginning of January or the beginning of a new year. You need to maintain consistency, and that means maintaining your discipline, not just your motivation. And to do that, you need to have motivating factors along your journey, along your plan. Yes, you want to continue to find things that motivate you. But what's more important is your discipline and your ability to stick to your word and do hard things. And when you say you're going to do something, you actually do it. Maintain that consistency. That small action, that small step every single day has a compound effect that will get you closer to your goals. You want to create a plan that is sustainable so that you can maintain it at a consistent level. So after maintaining your consistency, you want to also go back and, track your progress and see, am I achieving or making progress towards my milestones or towards the goal that I set at the very beginning? If I'm at like 1,000 followers right now and I look back in like 3 months from now, if I'm still at 1,000 followers and my goal is 100,000 followers, we're not really achieving the milestones. Yes, there could be miracles down the path, but we're not making that progress that we are expecting to make for that big of a goal. So with achieving your milestones, if you are not making progress or as much progress as you need to be making, you should kind of know from common sense how much that progress should look like. If you're on month 3, it should be at least 30-ish, 25-ish% towards your target. It's 25. I can't do math. 25, a quarter toward your target if you're already like nearing the end of month 3. If you're not there yet, you need to reevaluate your strategy. I'm not going to change my goal of 100K because I could still end up hitting it, right? If it's December already, maybe that's a different story. There's miracles that could happen, but that's a different story. I need to reevaluate my strategy. What is not working? Is posting once a day enough? Is just posting enough? Am I not marketing my content enough? Am I not putting any money towards boosting or any ads for my content? I can reevaluate my strategy and add to my approach or change. I want to discourage you guys from changing your goals because that shouldn't, as I said earlier, that shouldn't be the thing that you want to change, because I'd rather fall short on a goal, right, that's big, than make it a smaller goal just so that I can say hit that target. I want you guys to reevaluate your strategy. If it's already the halfway point of the year and you haven't hit those goals yet or are even progressing towards those goals, then we can start to think about changing the goals a little bit. But I 100% need you guys to think about reevaluating your strategy first. You set those goals at the beginning of the year for a reason, or you believed in yourself enough that those were attainable. That's why you set them. I don't want you guys to go backwards. I want you guys to just reevaluate your strategy so that you can propel and hit that higher goal. If you are maintaining consistency, that is great. See if you're progressing and achieving any milestones that you set out in that goal. If you are progressing in the way that you should be, you want to celebrate your little wins. So for me, I would celebrate, right, if I'm trying to hit 100K, I'd celebrate hitting 5K. I'd celebrate hitting 10K, then 20, then 50, then 75, and then, 100. So you want to celebrate your small wins along the way. And those aren't small wins. Those are pretty big wins. But celebrate those wins along the way until you actually hit that goal that you are aiming for. After you hit that goal of finally being able to check that off of your goals list, you want to set new goals. You always want to be aiming upwards. You want to keep progressing. After you hit that goal, I want you to set a new goal related to that past goal that you just hit, which is a higher level from where you are now. So once I hit my 100K, my next goal, maybe it's going to be 500K. Maybe it's going to be 1 million. That is going to be my next goal that I will work towards. I will work towards it and see if my strategy, my plan that I created, is sustainable for that goal. And if not, we're going to adjust the approach and tweak it. We're going to revise the plan. That is how you're going to properly set goals for 2025. And that is how you're going to create a plan that is sustainable, that you can maintain consistently so that you can hit those targets. And over here, I have 3 stickies on how you can stick to your plan or your habits that'll get you to your goal, because all achievements and all of success really just is a combination and a reflection of your daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly habits. Some ways that will help you stay consistent with your habits to reach your goals. 1, habit stacking. If you've never heard of habit stacking, read Atomic Habits now. Habit stacking is basically when you have a current habit that you already do and you're adding a new habit that you want to add into your routine right after that habit. Let me just pull up the actual article, which I love this book. Atomic Habits by James Clear. Habit stacking. So you want to create connections between your neurons in your brain. And the more those connections are used frequently, the more these connections are strengthened in your brain. So this is the habit stacking formula. After/before your current habit, you will implement your new habit. For example, if you drink coffee in the morning, after I pour my cup of coffee each morning, I will meditate for 1 minute. This is for somebody who is trying to add in meditation as a new habit into their routine. Number 2, I already said this a little bit, but be very, very specific. You want to be able to say, I will new habit at time and place every day. And lastly, another way to really help hit your goals this year and help you build new relationships and connections with other people is having an accountability partner. If you have somebody in your life right now that you know have goals and ambitions for themselves, they are probably also looking for an accountability partner if they don't have one already. You want to look through your friends, your network, your family, and see who you can depend on to keep you accountable. And I'm saying who you can depend on to keep you accountable because they need to be looking out for you and they need to care for you. And they need to also have tough love. They need to be very strict on you with the goals that you're setting and the plan that you've built for yourself. So these are my tips and tricks for how to properly set your goals for 2025. I don't know how big your screen is. Feel free to take a screenshot of this if you need it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I would love to hear what your goals are for 2025 in the comments down below. One of my main goals, as you heard, is to hit 100K followers, which is a lot because I only have like 1,000 followers right now. We'll see how this goes. If I don't hit that goal, that's okay. At least I know that I'm progressing towards that goal. I'm not going to make that goal smaller. I'm just going to progress, and I'd rather fall short on that 100K goal than to say like something like 10K and hit it. Let me know what your guys' goals are in the comments below, and I'm super excited for this new year. I'm super excited for you to be able to kind of have this fresh reset, and I'm excited to see you guys crush your goals. Let me know what they are in the comments. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I post on there daily. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well for more content like this, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I hope you guys liked this video. It took a lot of time.